If you've been sleeping on Root Riders at Town Hall 17, you're missing out on the most dominant troop in the current meta. Almost every ground attack right now is built around them, and in this video, I'll walk you through 3 powerful Root Rider armies, from the easiest to the most precise, so you can pick the one that fits your playstyle and start tripling any Town Hall 17 base instantly. We're starting off with the most beginner-friendly option, classic Root Rider Smash. No overgrowth, no RC recall setups, just raw power and spam. The army comp is simple. You've got 7 Root Riders, 8 Valkyries, and 5 healers as your core push. Then you've got some support like Loons, Headhunters, and a couple of skeleton spells to distract key defenses. For spells, you'll run 3 Rage, 3 Freeze, 2 Invisibility, and 2 Skeletons. In the Clan Castle, you're bringing Valkyries and a Poison, with the Siege Barracks to funnel. For hero loadouts, the King uses Phoenix, Spiky Ball, and Earthquake Boots to punch deep into the base. The Queen carries the Unicorn, Giant Arrow, and Healer Puppet to stay alive longer on the flanks. Your Warden runs Sneezy, Healing Tome, and Eternal Tome to keep the core push alive. And the Royal Champion is paired with the Fox, Electro Boots, and Hog Puppet for solid cleanup or back-end defense sniping. Now for execution. This is as simple as it gets. Drop your King on one corner to start the funnel. On the other side, place your Siege Barracks and Queen. Once both sides are starting to clear trash, send all your Root Riders, Valkyries, Healers, Warden, and Royal Champion through the center. It's spam style, but the strength lies in rage timing. Get those rage spells covering the healers. Raged up healers will keep everything alive. Your Root Riders will barely take any damage. Pop the Warden ability early to protect the troops through the first wave of splash and DPS. Even if your Valkyries peel off to one side and Root Riders go the other way, it won't matter. This army is that strong. By the end of the hit, you'll usually still have a full squad of Root Riders, and the best part? They will be at full health thanks to the raged up healer. The Queen will be untouched on the flank, and the base will be gutted. Clean, simple, reliable. Now let's move into a slightly more precise version. Root Riders with Overgrowth. The army composition changes only a little. You'll run 6 Root Riders, 6 Valkyries, and 4 healers. This time you'll bring Super Barbarians to either help funnel early or support the Royal Champion later in the attack. Spells are 2 Rage, 2 Overgrowth, 2 Freeze, and 1 Skeleton spell. In the Clan Castle, you're packing 5 Valkyries, 1 Rage, and 1 Poison, with the Siege Barracks again. Hero loadouts remain the exact same as the previous army. To execute, start with your King to funnel one corner. Use Super Barbarians to push him into a compartment, and a Wall Breaker to open it up. Wait for him to get a good value and set a nice funnel. On the other side, use the Siege Barracks. Once both funnels are going, drop your Root Riders, Valkyries, Healers, and Warden through the middle. The Queen can be sent either way along with Siege Barracks or into the core. Pop the Warden ability early, then drop a Rage spell that covers your troops and healers. This is key. Now here's where Overgrowth comes in. Use your first Overgrowth spell to shut down one corner of defenses so your troops don't split. This makes pathing clean and keeps your entire army together. When they stay together, it's easier to push through the base. As you move deeper into the base, use your second Overgrowth on the back-end splash or major DPS clusters. Again, this keeps the push unified and drastically lowers incoming damage. Rage through the core. Use the Skeleton spell for distraction, and freeze only when you really need it. Most of the time, you'll finish the hit with spells left unused. Even though this army requires a little careful spell drops, it's still very forgiving. You just have to manage pathing and spell timing better, and you'll be tripling any base easily. Now let's move to the final variation, the RC Walk Root Rider Smash. This one's a bit more execution heavy, but not overly complex if you break it down step by step. You're running 6 invisibility spells, 1 rage, 1 freeze, and 1 recall, with 1 overgrowth as a bonus. In the clan castle, it's 1 super yeti, 1 regular yeti, a poison, and either siege barracks or the recall launcher depending on the base. Heroes and pets are exactly the same as in the previous armies. To execute this army, start with the royal champion on one side of the base, ideally where she won't run into too much fire. The spirit fox keeps her invisible for 4 seconds. Count to 4, drop the first invisibility. Then, as the invis fades, count to 4 again, drop the second invis. Repeat this cycle until all the invisibility spells are used or she finishes her section. If the fox dies early, keep dropping the invisibility back to back. Don't wait. Once she clears her section, recall her. Now start your main push and use the queen and siege barracks to funnel the other side. Drop the rage, pop the warden ability early, and just let the army march forward. Remember, keeping the army alive early enough will have more troops alive at the back end. As the army pushes into the core and to the back end, use the overgrowth spell on whichever section has the heaviest splash or threat, ideally before your troops split. Again, make sure your rage spell covers your healers and core troops. This is what keeps everything at full health through damage zones. You'll usually see root riders completely unharmed by the time they reach the back end. By the end of the hit, you'll still most of your root riders and clean up going strong. That's the power of combining precision with brute strength. So to wrap it up, if you're at Town Hall 17 and not using root riders, you're missing out on the easiest triples in the meta. Whether you want simple spam style with rage, clean overgrowth control, or a high-skill royal champion recall push, you've got 3 proven options to dominate. Copy the army links from the description. Pick the one that fits your style, and let me know in the comments which one got you the best results. If this helped, like the video so more players find it. Subscribe for more guides on attacking, and tap the bell so you never miss a guide. More root rider strategies for other town halls are coming soon.